to our channel. I'm so happy to see you, and I'm glad if you're still here that you are loving the content we're putting out, and I'm hoping that it's helping you in your journey. And of course, to our newbies, welcome to the family. Officially become part of our family by clicking that subscribe button and the notification button so that you do not miss anything and just get settled in. I hope you get to enjoy this content, but more than that, I hope that this makes you realize that you are not alone. We are all on a journey of some sort, and if you haven't started, maybe it helps you kickstart your self-awareness, self-discovery journey so that you can also go on a journey of healing, on a journey to becoming a better version of yourself, and most importantly, on a journey to discovering and unleashing that powerhouse that is in you. So welcome. If this is your first time with us, don't forget to go check out our previous videos just so you get up to speed with what we've spoken about so far, and also get to know me, because I'm not going to be always repeating my story, but I'm going to be making references to things that I've already shared, just so you're up in the loop and you know what we're talking about and you're flowing with us. Stay tuned. So, today in this video, as you can see, I'm not dressed up or anything because it's one of those messages that just drop in your spirit. Literally happened on my way back from work, and I was like, I'm not gonna waste any time trying to get into a proper or cute outfit and do makeup and stuff because it might run away. So here it is, raw as it is, just as it was dropped, it's flowing out. So today we're going to be talking about forgiveness, but not necessarily on the how to forgive part or the steps or anything like that. We're going to be talking about getting to the decision to forgive, the process behind that, and how to help you get into that, and in the spirit of Passover or Easter, whatever you want to call it, I think this is quite relevant. Forgiveness is a big thing. Now, for me, taking it back to March, April, May 2018, when the can of worms was opened, and then I was starting to feel, I felt all these emotions that I had numbed for so long, like everything all at once. And in that time when I wasn't going out much, when I wasn't really even attending my classes, and I was just sitting in my bed, and it was just me and God all the time, and it was the questions of why did this happen, those flashbacks where if you're like me who remembers things in timestamps, I'm that type of person that remembers that March 28th, 1982 on a Tuesday at 4 o'clock, this and this happened, and the exact sequence of things. I'm the type of person, so that was happening to me. This would come, and then you'd have flashbacks, and it's like, why did this person do this? Why did they speak to me like that? But was that kind of reaction from them even warranted, and things like that, and all of these emotions that you should have felt at that time, now looking in retrospect, you actually feeling them, and you actually now having a bunch of emotions, because it's not just one slide at a time. It's like a slideshow, they come and go just like that, and this one gives you a certain event and you're seeing this aspect of it. This one shows you something else, and it's a whole flood of emotions that's now presented before you. Well, maybe not presented, it's just flooding you. It's just too much to handle. So all that anger that you should have felt at the time, all that the disappointment, the sadness that you should have felt, every single thing that you should have felt, the hurt, all of those things are now all at once, and they just overwhelming you. It can be very easy to hold on to that, because right now when you're looking back in retrospect, and these slideshows and these flashbacks keep coming back, it's like they're validating every single time. That anger is being validated by a different event that you're recalling, that hurt and all of those emotions that you're now feeling towards maybe a specific person or a specific group of people are now getting more and more validated. The more you remember, the more you allow yourself to feel, the more you actually, it confirms that what you're feeling is real because the events were real, and you are finally acknowledging the realness of the circumstances back then. It's so easy to be roped up into that into that bubble of wanting to feel all of those. You know, it's for the first time you are feeling, it kind of feels good to some extent to be feeling all of those things, because now you are now at liberty to you lash out, not necessarily maybe to the relevant people, but you lash out in different ways. Whether sometimes some people lash out to them, but for me it was lashing out internally or to whoever I could talk to at the time, or it was just me and God, and I was just lashing out, and just, you know, you go into a breakdown and you're crying your eyeballs out and you're screaming, and you look yourself in the mirror and you pretend as if you're talking to the person, and you just, you know, all of those things coming. It's very easy to stay there in that place, because now you've opened up the door to feeling, right? And you now don't know how to feel something different towards that specific person. Because now, especially for me, what happened was when I got to see these people for the first time after having gone through that process of, like, you know, lashing out just on my own. And now when you get to see them, it's like every time you set your eyes on them, you know, flashbacks come back again, and then you want to act out on them, but then now you hold yourself back. And every time you think about them, every time they call you, every time their name gets mentioned, it's like you are triggered all the time. And it's normal to be triggered at a certain stage, but we have to admit that at some point certain things can't be triggering us anymore, you know. And now, how do we get to that point of things not triggering us anymore? Because it's all about a decision. You have to make a decision that I cannot be letting this thing or anything trigger this emotion anymore. I need to deal with it completely in such a way that even if a similar thing happens, or something that could flag something similar to this, or someone says a word that was once said to me in that specific situation that could trigger me, I'm not allowing it or giving it room to trigger me further. It has to be a decision that you make, okay? It starts with you. First things first, it's not nice feeling those things all the time. It's not nice that every time I see you want to see a happy couple or a happy family or whatever, you get triggered because you never had that. You know, it's not nice that you could be happy and then next thing you see, oh, mom and dad are here for my birthday, and you're at your friend's birthday and their parents are there and it's all about a happy family. Then you remember that actually I don't even have a picture at all with my parents together in one picture at an event that is maybe significant to me or important to me, whether it's a birthday, a prize giving at school, a graduation if it ever got that far, and things like that. Now, instead of you enjoying your moment, if it's at a graduation and you're seeing a friend has that, instead of you enjoying your moment that you're actually graduating as well, now you get triggered by the fact that your friend has something that, it's not that you're being envious or anything, but your friend has something that you long for and you wish you had, and suddenly it glooms that moment that's supposed to be joyous and happy for you. It's not nice. It messes things up for you. It triggers you. Unfortunately, if you do not make the decision to take charge and control and work towards eliminating those triggers, it's gonna pop up in moments where you were supposed to be enjoying yourself and you are not anymore because this thing popped up. It's gonna continue popping up at moments where you're supposed to be happy. Then you end up being faced with a situation where you always thinking, well, I'm never happy. You know, you get to a situation where you're feeling like, well, I'm not happy because now you start making excuses because I don't have this, because I don't have that, and every time I'm trying to have this, something like this comes back and I feel this way and I feel this way. But it's all coming back to, what have you allowed, right? How long have you allowed those triggers to trigger you? How long have you allowed situations externally to become triggers of what is internal that you have not been willing to work on and actually move past, right? So it's about you. Let's start with you. It's about you. It's about you being present in your own life. It's about you prioritizing being happy in your own life. It's about you prioritizing your own happiness, prioritizing yourself, right? It's about you making the decision that I am going to be happy regardless, and God help me to move past this, because it is not easy to do it on your own. God will show you, whether through other people, whether through platforms like this, whether through whatever engagements you have with the outside world, with other people, God will show you how to go about it step by step. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen, out of the blue. It's going to be a process. And that's why it's called a journey. You need to commit to it, first and foremost, for your own sake. And then number two, it's not healthy. I mean, I feel like we kind of normalize this thing of going to family gatherings or family events, and then people are not talking to each other, and it's just like, oh, it's that cousin who's not talking to whoever, or I just get to the event and then leave as soon as possible. Guys, it's not nice doing that. It's not nice, because you deep down you want to stay and have conversations and laugh around the fire with all these people, because they are your loved ones. Deep down you love them. So it's not nice for you to be thinking about your quickest exit strategy or what excuse you're going to come up with to be leaving early than everyone else. So you don't want to miss out on that. Unfortunately or fortunately for us, no man is meant to be an island unto themselves. We all need community. We all need people around us. We all need to be laughing with other people, with friends, with family, in different environments. We need that as human beings. We need each other. You cannot live as an island on your own. So it means, for the sake of relationships, for the sake of your own peace in those environments, you need to let go. You need to find ways to let go. We'll talk about finding ways later, but we need to come to that decision where you are intentional about letting go of all those negative emotions, because they are not benefiting you. And trust me, you start becoming, those negative people who try to find something wrong in every single situation. Someone could be happy, that gang, you see a couple that's happy and they are taking nice pictures for the gram, and you find those people actually happy in real life, and all you have to say in your comments is, Oksala is gonna end in tears. You don't want to be those people. Whenever I see that, I'm sorry to say this, but whenever I see that, I honestly, my heart goes out to those people who make such comments, because I'm like, it sounds like a joke, it comes out as a joke, but deep down you know that for you to actually be joking about something like that, it means you must be some broken person deep inside. It's either you are aware that you are broken and you're just trying to share your brokenness to everyone else, or you are unaware and you are just spreading whatever is in you. And like I've been saying in my videos, that you present your full self in every situation you are in every single room you enter, whether through your posts on social media or through anything. We can see what is in you. We can see what is in you. No healed person would ever wish another person, ill. No, even if it's just a joke and you're just laughing about it, deep down that that's not really where it comes from. And you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be a bitter person. You don't want to be a person that's carrying around anger and bitterness and that's just spreading it everywhere you go. You want to be a person that's filled with love, a person that's filled with joy, and that all that love and joy is contagious everywhere you go. That's the goal. That's where we all want to be, So if, regardless of what other people think, or regardless of doing it for anyone else, do it for you. Do it for the kind of person you want to be. It is possible to be that person that is always happy, that is, filled with so much joy, that person that is filled with so much love, that person that gives that love and that joy. It doesn't mean that nothing ever goes wrong in your life, or that you don't have those low moments or low life. It just means that the joy in your life, or the joy within yourself, regardless of external circumstances, overshadows every other negative thing that could happen in life, So Unleashed fam, let's work towards that. Let's commit ourselves to, dealing with all of this. Let's committing to, as much as we want to feel, let's feel with the intention to know that when we eventually let go, we know exactly what we have let go of. You don't want to just say, I've let go of it, when you've never actually felt it, because you just put it in the closet. You want to feel it, digest it, deal with it, unpack it, feel whatever you need to do, and then let it go, so it's gone for good, and you move on with your life, so that in your relationships you have healthy friendships, relationships, work environment, everything around you is healthy, it's happy, it's joyous, and it's filled with love. See you in the next video.